So this is a type of humor that you could use. This picture here, I put it up there just for an explanation. It's called exaggeration. Like, you know what? I wake up every morning. I can't start till I drink a gallon of coffee. Anybody with me? Anybody? You know, like, so you got your audience. How about anybody else? Anybody else need coffee in the morning, right? So you got this whole thing. I drink it by the gallon. I swear I wish I had a cup this big, right? It's exaggeration. Now, again, not the funniest thing in the world, but humorous. We're not looking to be a comedian. We're looking for people to connect in a humorous way. Yeah, me too. I drink it by the gallon. I just can't get enough. If I had an IV, I would take that. You know, whatever it might be, but you're connecting with your audience. Humor, one of the most powerful things you can do. So, creates interest and attention. Is that what you want when you're speaking, right? You want people to be interested and you want people paying attention. It makes a speaker to appear more human. I don't know about you, might be a good idea to appear human. A lot of people go up, they're robotic. I have to give this talk, so I'm just going to go up and I'm going to get through it. I got 30 minutes. At 29 minutes, I'll be walking off the stage, right? There's all different types of people. But if you're going to be a presenter, now there's a reason you came today. You're either going to be a better presenter or you just want to give presentations. The choice is up to you, right? You want to be the best at what you're doing. So if you have to give a presentation, the secret is certainly get better at it. All right? A humorous story or joke, right? Don't tell a lot of jokes. If you do tell a joke, make the joke local. Bring it into where you are. One time I was in a hotel lobby, right? And then you tell the joke. Or you say, like, just this morning I was in the hotel lobby and this guy came up, slipped on a mop, or something like that. So, a humorous story. This is one of my favorite humorous stories that I put into every talk I do. Are you ready for it? My whole life, as we were growing up, I said my dad was a Navy guy. Both my brothers were cops. So I used to look and say, my God, what did I do? Parachute into this family? How did I get in here? I really didn't fit well. Everybody was sitting there. My father believed at the table that, you know, that's where you ate. You didn't talk, you didn't converse. Meanwhile, I'd be firing stuff at my brothers at the table, getting them fired up, my mother screaming at me. You know, I would get everybody riled up. So most of our lives as we became adults, my dad, you know, the loving guy he was, would always say, here's my boys, 2 cops and a clown. That's how he'd introduce me, right? So I'd go through everywhere. Dad, can you stop? No, here it is. No, come on, it's the truth. 2 cops and a clown. That was this whole thing. Everywhere we were, 2 cops and a clown. So, you know, at first it hurt, and then I embraced it, and I said, wow, you know, this is great. You know, my dad, his loving way of saying 2 cops and a clown. That's who we were. It's really who I was. So then, you know, I always tell the people, 2 cops and a clown. But when my dad passed, who do you think they gave to do the eulogy? The clown. So the first thing I did was I stepped up and I said, my dad always said 2 cops and a clown. But the reason I share that with you was I'm up here doing this because the only words my brothers know are license and registration, right? So, you know, you bring that story in. Now, the greatest part about it is it's true. It's funny. It's, you know, it's relatable. Everybody has a family. Everybody has a dad. Everybody has a story. So that humor makes you really, really a human being. Was that true, what you said about your dad? Like most people know, you know, the 2 cops and a clown. Yeah, it's my story. I have a few key stories that I put into every talk, and that being one of them because it was great, you know. So are you funny? Ask yourself that. Are you funny? And if you're not, don't try to be. There's nothing worse than pushing it and trying to be funny, man. You know, if you're not, or funny woman. Essential to any good talk. People need to laugh. People need to get involved. People need to get... So let's go through it. All right. I want to give you a little piece. I don't usually do this. Tommy Hilcken in action. Humorous speech contest. So let's see what we got. This is how you put humor into a presentation. Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, friends and family, I jammed into this room to laugh for me. I, like some of you here, was in a dead-end job. Though I actually was. At the time, I was designing cul-de-sacs. And I knew it was time for a change. So I couldn't think of what to do, so I stormed right into my boss's office. I looked him in the eye and I said, I gotta tell you what, I'm done, I'm leaving the company. He looked up at me and said, Tom, are you kidding? No, I gotta tell you, I wasn't kidding. I was ready to move on. As a matter of fact, I had a plan. And right now, I'd like to tell everyone here, as a matter of fact, I didn't tell you, I would like to show you what I decided to become. I decided to become a little girl. So notice the pause, but did you notice anything about my feet? Happy feet. This is when I was learning and going and joining and going into contests so I could get better and competing and going through it. But you can see I was like, oh, baby. So happy feet. I had my hands a little bit together here and there. But the presentation of I decided to become a little girl, right? The whole it was great. It was fun, everything about it. Now, I just want to do this while we're here. I was mentioning when you're giving a presentation that people have a shorter attention span now, right? But notice that I have this on a cell phone, right? Just for the mindset right now of everybody just watch that video on their cell phone, because that's what we're used to doing today. Everybody's watching video. You know, people are watching, checking things out. So you can literally put this picture into any presentation. And I suggest this if you're going to give a presentation. This is a great way to get humor in. You can find a 30-second commercial, a 30-second clip. Just pop it into there, put it into the picture, place it in, and it actually looks like somebody's watching the video on a cell phone. And that's what people are connecting with today. So as much as I want to come up here and I want to do my presentation old school and everything, I have to connect in this type of way as well, putting little videos in there. And this is a great way to do it.